Hello everyone and good evening. This is our third meeting and thank you for coming today. So before this, our previous meeting we have discussed about Frozen movie, and today we'll move to the next movie, which is Slumdog Millionaire. So basically, a quick review about Slumdog Millionaire. It's a story about Salim Malik, Jamal Malik dan Latika, the journey of life of them, where they flashback when Jamal Malik joined the contest which name Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So basically all the questions were asked are related to his previous life. So Aini Amira, do you enjoy the movie?
Yes, after I watched the Slumdog Millionaire, I enjoyed the movie because the genre is about life. As I watched the movie, I think that I really can understand it. It's about Jamal, Salim and Latika. They are orphan from Mumbai, from a slum of Mumbai. They are being they are not being a beggar, but they are just poor kids. They are Salim and Salim and Jamal through many various experience in life because they lost their mother. They are very independent to get what they want, and how they are doing to find a Latika. Okay. Then Kira, what do you think about the storyline?
I love a lot about the storyline because of the Jamal Malik become contestant on India's version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Make him more interesting. He managed to get to 10 million rupees in his first appearance, and he's the only one got correct question way. How someone like Jamal can be can won the contest because he is not genius who grows up in the slums of Mumbai can be doing so well at that question. Since that there are many more participate that are more brighter, educated and better than him have failed. How about you, Janet, for this movie?
This movie is quite good. I think it really has a unexpected twist inside it because it starts with the police treasures, and then the story about Jamal Malik. It was, yeah, we can do that in our life, but what I don't understand is why do they think he is cheating? I just don't get it. Paris?
Okay, first of all, about the question, what I think about this movie. First of all, I didn't know because I have a mixed feeling of it. Because I disliked the opening of the movie, and then I started to like the movie when Jamal started entering the Who Wants to Be the Billionaire movie contest. I think Jamal is a very desperate boy. I mean, he wants to meet Latika, the heroine of the movie, but since he can't meet her, he tried to appear in a television show, which I think is very courage, because who does anyone who loves some girl, and when he tried to meet her and he can't, and he made a decision to appear in a television show just to make sure his loved one see him in the television. I think that's a very wow factor for me. How about you, Mama?
Yes. About the about this movie, I think this movie is very interesting. And also complicated movie to understand, but it's very attractive for us to watch. For the Jamal Malik and Salim Malik, for the first, I don't know that brothers. But when I watch the movie, not all, but I can know they are brothers because they always help each other. And for the Latika, also we can see that Jamal from the first time they meet, Jamal already fall in love at her. So how about you, Mas?
Thank you. The story is always about love and family. The interesting part for this movie is when every question that being asked in the competition is related to Jamal lives because in each question Jamal will flashback on his memories from his childhood to adolescent, and then each question has a point. Remember one person or one place. For the last part, for the last question, the the question is the question was who is the third name for the Musketeers, and then Jamal got an idea to call his brother Salim, and then eventually when he called Salim, Latika was who the one that hold Salim phone. So she answered it and told told Jamal that she was alright. And then out of the blue, Jamal picked the right answer for his last question. What about you, Wan?
Okay, thank you, Mas. So basically, the question, do you enjoy the movie? So I really enjoyed the movie. So basically, Slumdog Millionaire is a film based on Q&A question, which based on novel by an Indian author, which is Vikas Warup. So the movie set is being film in India. So this movie is tell about Jamal Malik, who is 18 years old and appears on Indian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So I like the storyline of the story, which he can answer all the questions. Although people think that Jamal Malik is not very educated, but he still can answer the question because all the question that we ask is related to his life. So I really enjoyed the movie.
Alright, so basically the movie of the Slumdog Millionaire tells us about the story life of a boy in India. So I can see the director and the writer of the movie try to tell the world about the hard life in India. So as a poor boy with Indian, Muslim and Hindus conflicts in India and try to survive and get involved on beggars syndicate. So they are trying to survive in the hardship and full of obstacles. So Aini Amira, what do you think the writers and the movie try to tell the audience or their message to the audience?
Okay, as mentioned, the story about Jamal. Okay, for the message that the writer trying to show to the audience is about, I think, is from Jamal and Salim is from they are orphan, but it shows that that they are very independent because after they lost their mother, they find a way to go to various places. For example, they come to Taj Mahal. In there, they are trying to be a tourist guide. They're trying to independence to got their own money by sell the shoes that people in the Taj Mahal. So as I watch it, I think that they are very independent and know how they are so brave to survive in their life. So how about you, Kira?
The story about the death ambition to have a better life. Don't be afraid to tell the truth, since that Jamal never do anything wrong, as he answered the question correct. And he win the contest because of his experience and adventure, together with his brother and Ratika on the road, vicious with local gangs. And I think definition tell us a lot about Jamal and his brother Salim. How about you, Jaya?
I actually did not get the message of the movie. Overall, I do not enjoy the movie as much as I enjoy any other movie because it's mainly about the life of a person in a reality TV show just to find his loved ones. I'm not sure what he is trying to convey, the hardship of a poor boy or the determination in him to find his loved ones. I'm confused between the two. Is it that they want to tell us why do the government do not believe a poor boy could achieve success? Or what is it that they are trying to tell? I do not get their message. Although they said this has been great, I do not feel that. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Well, first of all, I think I disagree with Janet because because I think in this movie, the writer trying to portray a different perspective of community in India. And then when you said about how the government can see a small boy from a small village and then did not have a good education background, I think that's the reality. That's one of the messages trying to be portrayed.
But
and
the thing is, it also happened in all over the world.
yes, and that's why
Why India?
because
Why India?
why in India? Because I think India is one of the excellent. What can I say? I think to portray this hardship, I think Indian community, mostly in India, you know that in New Delhi, the difference between New Delhi and Mumbai are very different. I mean, the gap between the community, the poor, the rich people, the educated people. I think India is one of the example places to portray this message. And then when you say about this message, I think the writer and the director, they're trying to portray that they're trying to oppose what the community usually think. I mean that when we are competing in a contest such like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the participant must have a good knowledge. But in this movie, in Slumdog Millionaire, the participant, when you say the knowledge gained by the Salim, the Jamal, or Salim is his father by Jamal, is by using his past experience, and then there's a little bit of different view in the writer. I think that's a good thing about this movie. What about you, Noah?
Yes, from what I have watched, this film tells not to give up and work hard to achieve the turning point in your life. From slumdog into a millionaire. We don't need to be genius to succeed. All we need is experience in life and hard work. In order to survive in the harsh social environment, we must not give up and work. We must not give up and work hard. Jamal and Salim, however, Jamal and Salim, however, they are trying to survive in the poor country. It's not poor India, right? Their determination to live in what we say. The people on the India mostly poor people, right? So it's very hard for them. Okay.
Excuse me. My question is, how lucky could a person be? How could it be that all questions could relate to his life? Have you ever been into a test and you didn't study and suddenly, oh, I know the answer to all questions because I've experienced it? How lucky could you be? I believe my personal experience, I never experienced that. The thing is, how lucky? Why is he so lucky to have it?
That was make this movie fun
Because
to watch.
basically this is a movie based on the novel, so we are going to review about the movie. I know basically question about how lucky are we if
I mean, how lucky could Jamal be that all question is related to him?
so, that's why we are reviewing the movie. Because the movie is the storyline about the movie is about Jamal's life. So that's basically how the storyline begin and end.
He's
Okay.
lucky.
So okay, we can proceed to Mas.
So I want to add some more. If you really understand movie and all the questions, you can tell that are relate general knowledge. So basically, one of the question, how can he recognize the President America of American United States on the $100 notes? One of the questions. And in flashback, how he met his old friend from this beggar syndicate. Actually, the friends who told him that the President of the United States on the $100 notes, Benjamin Franklin. So how did he know? Because his friend recognized the Benjamin Franklin beard and face, and he asked how much. Jamal can tell how much, but he asked to describe to the face of the president. So he also worked as a tea who serve tea for the workers in a communication company. At the communication company, he learns a lot more about the other world, about the Western culture, about the Hollywood. So and he are exposed to the so much general knowledge about the other worlds, even though he have no education background and many things. So I think that's how he got lucky, because all the questions are related to life and his experiences. So, Muaz, what do you think about the message of this movie?
I think what the director want to convey, luck is the message for this movie, because we know that Jamal determined to appear in the Wants to Be Millionaire program so that Latika will saw Jamal in the TV, and then Jamal very lucky because he appeared in the program not to win, but to so that Latika will saw him. Then eventually he won the program. So from this we can show that luck is everywhere, and luck is not choose anyone. So what about you, Wan?
So the message about the movie. So basically, yes, I agree that the director is want to tell about the luck, like Mas said, but I also learned that we should not underestimate people, since the police did not believe that Jamal can answer all the questions, and many people did not believe because they thought that Jamal cheating during the program. And I think that we should not underestimate people, because some people made even though Jamal is uneducated, but he can still answer the question because of all the question is related to his life. So we cannot educated people can achieve in his life. The uneducated people cannot achieve and will be poor. No, we cannot assume like that. So that's the message that I can learn. And also, actually, the movie is popular about one song which is Jai Ho. If you can, if you translate the lyric of the Jai Ho, is actually the song is about that ability of human celebrate to transform his life to achieve from the poverty or the poor life into a better way life. So, you can for the next question.
Alright. So basically this movie background in India. And it also shows, I can say, the dark side of the India, where the orphans, child labor, beggar syndicate, about gangsterism. So I think the director choose India is very good, because we know India, before this they try to develop into a new step, but in order to develop to a new India, they face many conflicts, many problems such as child labor and so on. So I think it's a great choice to choose director to choose India. And what do you think about that, Aini?
Okay, I agree with you because I think India is a very poor country. It's not a very, but it's a poor country. So this movie, film in India, and I think it's a good. So, how about you, Kira?
I think I agree with both of you about the India, and actually India is the best place to make the story, since that the story is about the poverty of the citizens and about the life of Jamal Malik and his brother. How about you?
Yeah, it's a good place to choose filming location, because when we think about India, what we know is Taj Mahal, the beautiful buildings, but we do not know that they actually pee and how do I say that? And
Yeah, they rob the tourists at Taj Mahal, and the
the you know, you will know when you go there.
Okay, last for me about India. I think India portrays a very a complex community, because in India we got the poor, in India we got the rich, we got the educated, we got the non-educated, and then since India is so large, then in each district must have a different story. So I think when I'm viewing or I'm watching an Indian movie, I think each movie portrays give me a new experience in my life. What you know?
Yeah, about the place, they just the slum in Mumbai. So I think this is very interesting place. Not everyone can see the place like that, like the other country. It is very having for people, and they are struggle to their life. What you know?
I think India is suitable place for the movie, because we know that rich become rich, and then poor people become poor, and then how it show good and dark side of India. For the bad side of the India, you can show that how poor people struggle in their life to get some money and some food, and then how child become prostitute, and then how child when they were child they were pickpocketing tourists, and then they not educate, so it will show the world that what problem that India face. How about you, Wan?
Okay, about me. So the Slumdog Millionaire is displays the best and the worst in India, because we can know that in India is very the people is very very diverse, and there's a lot of people which is too we call too much for the place the the
Too much
too much
per area.
yeah.
Most people.
Yeah,
Too much
they have
yes,
higher population. so
yeah,
much
high
place.
population. That's
And
what you say.
experiences.
So you can see that not all people can get what they need. Even their food. So based like Jamal Malik, although he's not educated, but I think if he can get he can get into the school or he can get enough knowledge. I think he is very he can manage to to be a achieved man. Although in this movie he can change his life from being poor to a millionaire only from one program. So I think basically if anyone in India can get the educate or and can get the education and get the food or any more, I think they can achieve a better life.
Okay, so basically the Slumdog Millionaire is a very interesting and a great movie. He portrays about the life of a boy in the upstate of India, and also about the contest who wants to be a millionaire. So I think that's all for our meeting today. So we will meet on the next meeting. So thank you everyone.